Freedom is not the absence of commitments, but the ability to choose and commit myself to what is best for me. Feel like a candle in a hurricane, just like a picture with a broken frame, alone and helpless. Like you lost your fight, you'll be alright. You'll be alright. 'Cause when push comes to shove, you taste what you're made of. You might live till you break, 'cause it's all you can take. On your knees you look up, decide you've had enough. You get mad, you get stoned, wipe your hands, shake it off, then you stand. Then you stand. Life's like a novel with the end ripped out the edge of a canyon, with only one way down. Take what you're given before it's gone. Start holding on, keep holding on. 'Cause when push comes to shove, you taste what you're made of. You might bend till you break, 'cause it's all you can take. On your knees you look up, decide you've had enough. You get mad, you get stoned, wipe your hands, shake it up, then you stand. Every time you get up, kick it back in the face. One more small piece of you starts to fall into place. 'Cause when push comes to shove, you taste what you're made of. You might bend till you break, 'cause it's all you can take. On your knees you give up, decide you've had enough. You get mad, you get strong, wipe your hands, shake it off, then you stand. Then you stand. Then you stand. Then you Commitment. Oh, there's a word that sends people running for the doors. Sends people running from the relationship. Sends people running away because we have this really bizarre notion about commitment. We have this notion of what commitment means is to subserve ourselves to them. There are many people that feel that very thing. It's no longer about me, it's about them, and I need to make them, and I need to fix them, and I need to help them, and it can't be about me anymore. And that's not true. It's absolutely not true. The ability to choose and commit myself to it is to what is best for me. We have a choice. We always have a choice. Here's one choice. Commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will act. That's a good starting place, a very good starting place. One of the most difficult things we learn as human beings is that the world does not revolve around us. Some people learn that when they're 5, some people learn when they're 50, and some go to the grave never having learned that. The world does not revolve around us. Now understand, we're fighting a lot of history here, okay? You got to remember, the Roman Catholic Church for the longest time thought that everything revolved around the earth. And when the scientists started saying, no, that's not right, they had them killed. Okay? They poisoned them. They had them put to death. Because you are fighting inertia. And more importantly,
we have to fight ennui. This desire, everything's fine just the way it is. Don't rustle. Don't ripple the water. Everything's fine. Nothing is changing. Nobody moves. And yet what we know from a scientific point of view, from a philosophical point of view, from a personal point of view, the one constant in life, the one never-changing thing in life is that change is constant. On any level, from subatomic level to a macro level, change is constant. There is never a time when one moment is exactly the same as the moment before. Never. Now we can attempt to try and force that into the idea that we have on our day. We can try to do that. Or we can commit ourselves to the idea that change is great. Unless commitment is made, there are only promises and hopes, but no plans. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go there. I have a couple of friends. God bless them. They're wonderful human beings. They really are. They're just really, really nice people. They are visualizers. Okay? The idea that you visualize it and it comes into action. Okay? You visualize it and it happens. Okay? I asked them one time, I said, well, if you want a Ferrari, what are you going to do? I said, can you sit in a room and visualize it and it just appears in your living room? Do you need to commit yourself to doing something to acquire that? You got to commit to something. You got to commit to something. Commit to something. Start with this. Commit to yourself. Commit to yourself. You are a child of God. God doesn't make junk. There's nothing wrong with you. Commit yourself to that. Start there. Make that an important part of your day. And somebody asked one time, Greg, how can you tell what I'm committed to? And I said, well, I'll tell you 2 easy ways. Show me your calendar and your bank book. And I will tell you exactly what you are committed to. Because where we put our time and where we put our money is what we are committed to. And I got to tell you, for some people, that's a really harsh truth. Really harsh truth. And yet, it is the truth. Especially time. Because we can't get that back. The moment's gone. Look, there went another one. Oh, there was another one. What are we going to do? The moments are running on us. They're running away. Whatever shall we do with our moments? What shall we do? Commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. There's an idea. Proverbs 16 verse 3. Commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. What do we know about God? And what is our belief of what God looks like? I remember the picture of God that we had in our house for the longest time. He was this old guy in a white beard sitting on a big throne. And I thought that was interesting because his son's picture that was just further down the hall, he had dark brown hair, kind of long like Dad's, but he was a lot darker. His skin was a lot darker. And I thought that was interesting. I'm thinking, okay, you're saying so the Son of God doesn't necessarily look like God. I can get with that. I can relate to that. I think that's an important thing to learn. I think that's an extremely important thing. What does God look like? Look around the room. That's what God looks like. Because we are all part of the big league, the big guy, the big balloon. We're all part of it. We are all important facets of God. We are here to love on one another. That's what we're here to do. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your strength. And love your neighbor as yourself. As yourself. Not in spite of yourself, not instead of yourself, not better than yourself, not worse than yourself, as yourself. If you treat your neighbor badly, I'll bet you're doing it to yourself too. So cut it out. Cut it out. Be nice to you. Commit to you. You are important. And anyone that tells you that that's not true, send them an email, smack them around a little bit. Because it's not true. It's not. I don't care how long you've been told that. I don't care how important that is, that person is that told you that. I don't care. You are important. You do matter. You do make a difference. Every day you make a difference. Because every day we have a chance to commit to something new. We have a chance to commit to something bigger than us. The truest form of love is how you behave towards someone, not how you feel about them. Actions speak louder than words. Have you ever had somebody that you really just would rather not spend a whole lot of time around with them, but they're a coworker? And you know what? You get through it. You find a way. Now, imagine taking it to the next level. Instead of just getting by with it, instead of just, let's get through this. It's the work. Okay, well, I said 4 hours of this crazy person. Do you ever ask them a really bizarre question? I like asking bizarre questions when I meet people for the first time, because I find that the reactions can be very interesting. Very, very interesting. Ask people what their favorite song is. Or start humming a song. Hey, do you know the words to that song? Include them in on your life, and the most remarkable things can happen on that. Absolutely remarkable. Because people want to be noticed. We do. We would hate to think that we're moving through a day and no one sees us. There's a beautiful old song called Mr. Cellophane. If you've never heard it, the musical Chicago, they sing it. And it talks about a guy who, I'm standing right here and people look right through me. They can look right through me, they can walk right by me and not even know that I'm there. So he calls himself Mr. Cellophane. And he's a see-through person. And that's sad. That's absolutely sad. Because that person doesn't exist. That person shouldn't exist. That person shouldn't exist. Say that. You should never just walk past. Right after all the craziness in Orlando was going on, and then there was Baton Rouge, and there was Dallas, and there was Minnesota, and there's all this just crazy going on. There was a church that I heard about, and what they did was they started a program called the Smile and Wave program. They said, you don't need to talk to everybody that you see. Who has time for that? If you spent 10 minutes with every human being you saw during the course of the day, you'd be busy, but wouldn't that be fun? That could be very fun, very interesting. The Smile and Wave program. Everybody that you see, smile and wave. You can do that. Now that's what I would do, because Candy will tell you that's what I do. That's what I do. But just give them a little smile and wave and move on. It's the weirdest thing, because you get the most amazing reactions from people. All of a sudden, this light goes on, and they said, they see me? And Mr. Cellophane goes away. What kind of difference is that going to make in their day? It is not mine to suggest. It is not mine to say. I don't know. It may have no effect whatsoever. And that's not mine to do. That's theirs to do. What is mine to do is to commit myself to the people that are around me. To commit myself fully to my life. In whatever I do, commit myself. Do I stay on that all the time? No! No, I don't. Because I keep doing this annoying thing every night with sleeping. I keep doing that all the time. And I got to figure out a way to not do that. Because sleep really cuts into my playtime. And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up.
In due time. Now, does anyone know when in due season is? Besides God? No. No. That is not ours to decide. That is not ours to know. What is ours to know is never grow weary of doing good. Because there will be a payback. Karma. Captain Karma. It was funny. It was about 2 weeks ago. Dylan was walking over to the martial arts studio, and he saw a homeless guy there, so he stopped and talked to him for a little while, and then bought him a meal. And then 2 days later, he had some money stolen out of his wallet at the studio. And he's thinking, well, that will teach you. See, you do something nice for somebody, and all of a sudden somebody's ripping you off. Anybody ever had that attitude? Those two are not connected. Those two are not connected. Okay? Karma is a very interesting concept, and I get the basic concept of karma. Okay? But me doing good is not dependent on what's going to happen at the end. Me doing good is not dependent on what I'm going to get from that. It should never be about what I'm going to get from it. Do you know what I get from it? I get happy. That's what I get. I get happy. It makes me feel better. When I feel better, I get happier. I get bouncier. I get more like Tigger. A lot less like Eeyore. Much more Tigger, a lot less Eeyore. That's how I get. Some people find that fun, and some people are, whoa, dude, gotta calm down. Gotta calm it down a little bit. I can't. I don't want to. I want to know that when it comes time for me to be buried, I'm the one sliding in there sideways, crashing into the side of my casket of my car and saying, woohoo, what a ride! Yes! I can't remember who it was that said it, but I think it was Irma Bombeck was talking about when she gets to the pearly gates, she wants to meet Peter and says, dude, I got nothing left. I used everything you gave me. I used everything you gave me. I'm out. I'm home. Absolutely. See, that's the way I think that's the way we should approach everything. Don't ever give up. Don't ever give in. Don't ever stop trying. Don't ever sell out. And if you find yourself succumbing to one of the above for a brief moment, pick yourself up, brush yourself off, whisper a prayer, and start where you left off, but never, ever, ever give up. Commitment is harsh, because commitment requires commitment. Almost sounds oxymoronic, and yet it is true. Commitment requires that we show up in our lives. We've talked about this in the past. If our lives were movies, who is the lead actor in our movies? Is it us or is it somebody else? Make it you. Because I got to tell you, your story is pretty fascinating. Favorite section in the library? Biographies and especially autobiographies. About anybody, about anything. People are fascinating. People have lived some of the most remarkable lives. Have seen some of the most amazing things. Just in this room, you would be shocked to discover the different places that people in this room have gone and the things that they've had the opportunity to do and the people they've got to meet. You would be shocked and amazed. And we'll never find that out unless we talk to them. We'll never find out. Smile and wave. Start with a smile and a wave. When you leave here today, you see the kids from Hope running around and being all crazy and stuff like that. Just smile and wave. Because I promise you, they want to engage you. They really do. They're fascinating little creatures. They're noisy, but they're fascinating. What they can teach us is how to have fun. Do they remember fun? Fun is a very real thing for them. It should be for us too. I remember as a child coloring outside the lines and being told, and tell me if you've heard this, you need to stay in the line. You got to stay in the line. And that's when it began.
That is when the fun started just a little. Because as we discover when we get older, no, we don't. I got 2 words for that. Nuh-uh. Ain't God can't make me. You don't have to stay in any lines. No. No. If you're driving your car on the road, please stay between the lines. Let me be clear about that part. Or on the road, please stay between the lines. Your fellow drivers would really appreciate that.
Some people don't.
Some people don't. Absolutely. Absolutely. But most do. The good part is most people do. Most people get this idea that you don't need to stay within the lines when you're going. When we commit to the world that we live in, when we commit to ourselves, all of a sudden we will find ourselves coloring outside the lines. Because the world that we used to know is no longer there. It's a new world that we get to make it up how we want to. Because it is ours. We take ownership in our world. It is not for them to decide what our world is going to look like. It is up to us to decide what our world is going to look like. What do we want it to look like? That's our choice. We have the choice. Every time we have the choice. Brother, I do not consider that I have made it my own, but one thing I do, forgetting what lies behind and straining forward to what lies ahead. Philippians chapter 3, verse 13. What happened in the past? I don't care. I don't care. One of the worst things that can ever happen to us is regret. One of the worst, the saddest stories that I ever hear when I go to visit people in hospice is this list that people have come up with. Man, I wish I'd have. If only I'd have. Oh, I should have. Now, we're all going to have a little bit of that. Absolutely. Because there's only so many hours in the day and there's only so many things we can do. Okay? Knowing that, however, that's why I'm saying we need to eliminate sleep. Get rid of sleep so that way when the time comes we can say, no. Hey, Peter, I'm here. I'm out. I'm out. I got nothing left. Woo! And what a ride it was. Absolutely. And at that moment in time, we start being happy. We start singing praise. We become amazed at what we can do. People have a remarkable capacity for doing. I mean an absolutely crazy, remarkable capacity for doing. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul. Sing to her holy name. Sing like never before. Oh my soul, I worship your holy name. The sun comes up. It's a new day dawning. It's time to sing your song again. Whatever may pass, whatever lies before me, let me be singing when the evening comes. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Oh, my soul, worship His holy name. day when my strength is failing, the end draws near and my time is done, still my soul will sing your praise unending. 10,000 years and then forevermore. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I worship your holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, sing to the holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I'll sing to your holy name. I will sing to your holy name. Sing to your holy name. Give thanks in what we do. Commit ourselves to something, anything. Something that raises us. Something that lifts us up. And that could be anything. Absolutely anything. Persistence, affection, patience, power. Prioritize your passion, it keeps you sane. Every day we have a choice. Each and every day we have a choice. We can choose to have a good day, we can choose to have a crappy day, and believe it or not, that's how our day is going to work. But when I am committed to my life, and when I commit myself to the Lord, and I commit myself to the people around me, I know not what else is mine to do. Oftentimes when the people we hang around will guide us. They will show us fun ways to do. Next Sunday we're having a Labor Day potluck. I know. Came up really fast, didn't it? Came up really fast. And that's fantastic. It's funny. People will say, well, okay, we need a list of what people are bringing, and so then we got to make sure that we have this many of this, and this many of that, and this many of the other. Now, my answer to that is always the same thing. Bring what food serves you. Whatever serves you. If what serves you is a big 20-pound bag of sugar and a spoon, I'm going to hope that I'm your orthodontist because I'm going to make a fortune off you, but bring that. What food is your passion? What is it that makes you feel good? Because I promise you, if you bring it and you're feeling good, others will too. If what is your passion is to run down to Publix and buy some tasty cakes and some Oreos, do that. Commit to it. Stop saying, okay, well, I don't have time, so I'm done. Stop. Just stop. It would be nice if every meal was like this 5-course meal with the big, thick tablecloths all over there. And I discovered something in a restaurant like that. I was at a restaurant like that one time. And okay, so I drink a lot of water while I'm eating. And I like getting the fuzzy water, right? So my water glass is almost empty. So I reached for the bottle that was on the table to pour it. And his hand came over my shoulder and went, whoa. And then the second hand came across and filled up my glass. You know what I didn't realize? I almost cost the one guy his job. Because that glass should never get there. I know, that was weird. That was weird. I know, it was very strange. I'm not used to that level of service. I'm not used to, but I could get used to it. No, actually, I don't think that I really could. I don't think that I really could. But there was a commitment to excellence, an absolute commitment to excellence. And when a non-excellence moment is spotted, the excellence, the commitment is reasserted to reinforce the excellence that is already there. I want to try saying that a different way. You are children of God. There's nothing wrong with you. You are excellent. You are. Regardless of what you think about you. Oftentimes, in spite of what you think about you. You are excellent. Commit you to you. Make you important. You are. Commit to you. So that, in the end, you can say, I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. I have kept the faith. Regardless of what happened, in the end, I fought the good fight. I ran the race. And I kept the faith. Commit to you. Commit to you with the same level of commitment that God has committed to you. And if you can, return the favor. That's selfish. And that's all I'm going to say on that.